This movie takes place in a school. Two teachers are trying to seek new changes for their students by asking the school social worker for a resource room and additional social workers. When these ideas are shot down, the principal calls together the teachers and social worker to help promote better leadership skills by equipping them with tools to use as they continue to challenge the way the school currently functions and bring forth a stronger community for the students.
Excuse me, Haley, are you busy?
No, I'm not.
Okay. How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm all right. I wanted to discuss some things with you real quick if you have time.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
was wondering if we could implement a resource center for the school.
What kind of resource center?
Well, something to help the children with their special needs.
So what is your plan for fundraising?
You know, I'm not sure yet.
Mhm.
I'll touch base with you in a couple of days. Is that okay?
Yeah,
Okay.
totally fine.
All right, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Come in.
Hi, Haley. Do you mind if I talk to you for a minute?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I was just wondering what you thought about asking the principal if the school could maybe hire some additional social workers to help you out.
And what is specifically your reason behind that? I just feel like I'm doing a good job.
Yeah. I mean, you're doing a great job. I just know how busy you are and your schedule is really packed. And I know that there's lots of students that maybe would benefit from seeing a social worker, but you just maybe don't have the time. And so maybe if we had additional social workers, they could help you not be so busy and like get more students seen, I guess.
Yeah, I'm just not sure that's gonna happen.
Okay, I just thought I'd bring it up, see what you thought.
Yeah,
Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Welcome! So I called you all here today because it seems like there are some things lacking at our school and I think we need to make some changes. So I sent you all a PowerPoint slide for our training today, and I assigned each of you guys a section to go over and read so that it's not me speaking the whole time. So let's get started. We're going to be talking about challenging the process at this school and creating some new ways to move forward and make changes in our school. Who would like to start with Seize the Initiative?
I'll start. Seize the initiative. Leadership is inextricably connected with the process of innovation. That's in Kozus and Posner. Bringing new ideas, methods, solutions into use. And then there's a quote, seize the initiative. Taking initiative pays off. It is hard to visualize someone as a leader if she is always waiting to be told what to do. That's by Lean In. And then make something happen. You make something happen by asking questions, thinking outside the box, and learning from your mistakes. And then there's a quote, leadership is people taking the initiative, carrying things through, having ideas, and the imagination to get something started, and exhibiting particular skills in different areas. And that is by Charlotte Bunch.
Awesome. What are some ways that, as a school, you guys can make something happen?
Well, I recently thought about having a resource center. I've noticed that other schools down the street have resource centers, and it's working well for them. And I think it would be good for us because I've noticed with our special ed classes, the testings are very low. And some of the children may have high anxiety, they might be having difficulty concentrating. So if we had that, it might help bring our test scores up.
Awesome, good thinking. So, will you read the last slide for us?
Encourage initiative in others and challenge with purpose. That is providing opportunities for staff to grow, provide trainings, challenge and motivate staff, and explain how it will be beneficial.
Awesome, thank you. And that's one of the reasons why I called you guys here today, so we could work on growing our staff, and today we're going to do that through a training. Okay. So the next part of our training is search for opportunities by exercising outside. Who would like to go over this slide?
I can do it. So exercising outside, you start by scanning the external realities. Outside is defined as the awareness and understanding of outside forces, and it comes through openness. So learning to look outside of what you know, what you see, and what is already done and understood. To see the complete picture, you must use insight and outside together, hand in hand. So a part of outside would be to look outside of your experience. So be curious about what is around you, what others are doing, and how it is working for them. Don't wait for the information to come to you. You have to go out and make yourself knowledgeable so that you can see the next step. And then being innovative inspires those you lead and makes them feel that they are making a difference in the work they do. So direct personal experience is the best way to get out of habitual thinking patterns. And then the next part would be to listen and promote diverse perspectives. So demand for change will come from inside and outside your organization. So leaders need to know the limitations of their own knowledge and be willing to explore any ideas that come to them from outside places. So never miss an opportunity for innovation by understanding that an idea can come from anyone. Individuals from different backgrounds can come up with diverse views about the same problem. So you need to be receptive to ideas no matter the source, and then encourage external communication and seek diverse points of view. And then treat every job as an adventure. So most of the work people do is assigned to them, so the difference is made in how people view the work they're given. So you can choose to see the assignment as a task or as an adventure. If you treat today as if it were your first day and ask yourself, if I were just starting this job, what would I do? It's a better perspective. And then go to the places in your organization that you've never been, explore the communities you serve that you've not yet encountered, and then make idea gathering a part of your schedule.
Awesome. Does anyone have any questions on that section?
Yeah, what would it look like for us to actually do this? Like, have opportunities outside of school?
Yeah, I think that is a great question, and there's a variety of different ways that we can do this. We can look outside of our experience by seeing what some of the other schools are doing in the community, and if there's anything that is working well for them or not working well for them. Another option is figuring out some other people who have different backgrounds from ours as teachers and social workers, and figuring out if there is a school that has anyone from different backgrounds. Maybe there are people on the board who can write grants for fundraising, or who have extra knowledge in certain areas, so that we can gather knowledge from other people rather than focusing just from teachers and social work perspectives. Any other questions? Now we will be talking about experimenting and taking risks by generating small wins. A quote by Coates and Posner: "Leaders should dream big but start small." So as we work through making changes at the school, I think it would be a good idea to take small steps as we work towards the big goals. I know lots of people have ideas of things that they want to implement, and instead of jumping right in and making big changes, let's take one step at a time and start with little pieces. Being able to accept challenges and stress as they come up without giving up can be tricky. So I want us to work together to be committed to the changes that were happening and challenging ourselves. And then again, as I mentioned, breaking it down and accentuating the process. So as we make these different steps towards achieving goals, I want us to celebrate each goal as they happen and just encourage ourselves as we work towards a larger goal.
Learning from experience. Experimentation is a trial and error process. Question is, what can we learn when things don't go as expected? Mistakes and failure are crucial to success. Be an active learner. Examine your values, actions, seek feedback, be open-minded to suggestions, and experiment with new behaviors. And embrace the challenges you face. Create a climate for learning, so a nurturing, safe environment equals high-quality relationships, which brings more engagement and learning behaviors. Strengthen resilience and grit, ability to recover quickly from setbacks and pursue a vision of the future. Grit is the perseverance and passion for long-term goals. Grit involves setting goals, being obsessed with an idea or a project, maintaining focus, sticking with things that take a long time to complete, and overcoming setbacks.
Awesome, good work you guys. As you guys are teachers and a social worker and learning is a passion of all of yours, what is one way that you guys can be an active learner as we go forward after this training?
I think for me, like as a social worker, when people bring me like new ideas, like we're really reflecting on how I'm responding in a professional way and also being supportive at the same time.
That's an awesome one.
I think that as a teacher, especially being surrounded by like mostly teachers, like we can learn from other people. So like make sure we have the social worker's perspective and the principal's perspective, and make sure that we're learning from like the different areas and not just from teachers that are doing the same things as us.
Awesome.
Yes, and as a teacher, I feel that looking at our community, seeing what the community may need from us, would also help as well to help build the school.
Awesome. You guys had such great takeaways from today's training, and I look forward to seeing some of the changes that you guys make as teachers and social workers, and let me know as the principal how I can support you guys in these changes. Have a great rest of your day.
Thanks.
Thank you.
So after the meeting we just had, I was thinking, and I talked to a few of the teachers at a couple other schools, and I was about the fundraising that you would ask me when I brought up the resource center. They had a few bake sales, and I was thinking we could have a silent auction, maybe see if I can get some teachers together and we can buy some nice things and let the parents or the community come in and bid on certain things. We could do that. And I was even thinking of talking to some of the local businesses in the area to see if maybe we could get donations.
Yeah, I think that would be a great idea.
Okay.
I think the ideas that you have are really good and would benefit our education system here.
All right, well, I'll get started on that. Thank you.
Thank you.
You know, I was thinking too when she was talking about like generating small wins and stuff. I know that it probably was like a lot to be like, hey, we should get a ton of new social workers, but maybe like just looking at your caseload and how many like students you have, and then see kind of what needs the school has, and maybe just like figure out how to first like get you a manageable schedule, and then see if we need additional help, and kind of look at how many social workers other schools have and how many students they see, that kind of thing, to start small before we just hire someone that we may not need.
Yeah, after you came into my office earlier, I actually was thinking like, even if maybe we didn't have enough funding to support another social worker, I could definitely use the help. So maybe like reaching out to the university to take on like an intern that I can supervise, or something like that, just to get, you know, like helping additional students, because I know that we definitely need more of me here, like helping in general. So
It's a great idea.
That is great.
So I appreciate you bringing up both of your ideas, and I think our next step should be to talk with Abigail, and then really going from there. And I think there's like a few things that we need to like tweak before we present it to her, but I think those are great ideas.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks for sharing.
Thank you.
Welcome back, you guys. It's so nice to spend some time with you again this
Yes.
afternoon. How is your new schedule going?
It's really the same. I've had some students be referred to me, but I've actually reached out to like Indiana University, and I'm getting I'm actually taking on 2 masters of social work students that I'm going to supervise, but they're going to meet with some kiddos
That's awesome.
to lighten my caseload.
Perfect. Good
Yes.
thinking. Good work, you guys. And also, we had our silent auction a couple weeks ago, if you guys remember, and we raised $5,000 towards the resource room.
Yes.
So that was a big improvement, and we have a little bake sale next week, so we're hoping to raise some more money to that.
Mhm.
That was a really good idea.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm
good
excited.
I
The
bet.
kids will be so happy.
Yeah.
It'll be good for them. So I just wanted to thank you guys for all of your hard work and your willingness to implement some of the things that we've talked about in the training, and I'm excited to see where all of this goes.
Okay.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank
Yes,
you.
bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Before the training, the teachers lacked leadership by not having a lot of knowledge on their ideas that they were bringing to the table. They had an idea of a big goal but did not know how to achieve it, so they gave up when the process seemed too daunting. The social worker lacked leadership by not being open to new ideas and seeking out necessary information to try new things. Training plays a big role in leadership. It allows leaders and their constituents to grow and gives them tools for pursuing success. After the training, the teachers brought back their ideas but were able to bring in outside knowledge and broke down big goals into smaller ones. The social worker was willing to accept new ideas and seek out information and resources that she needed to better serve the students and teachers. The main takeaways in challenging the process are to not be afraid to bring forth new ideas. It could be that one idea that brings forth great success, but no one would ever know if it was never brought up. It is important to empower those around you and look outside of your own abilities. No one can accomplish things on their own. Author Ken Blanchard says, "The key to successful leadership today is influence, not authority, and that none of us is as smart as all of us. It takes everyone using their unique gifts to influence one another to achieve goals. These goals should be achieved one step at a time, celebrating each achievement. It is also important to create an environment where everyone feels comfortable with learning and growing in their competency. Finally, the ability to have strength, resilience, and grit when setbacks occur. Setbacks happen, they are a part of life. Thomas Edison's famous quote says, "I have not failed, I have just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Through setbacks, people can still learn and grow.